Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and to part 1 of this build. And today we'll have a go as far as we can. All right. So and do you know what? I've not actually watched the frames off, so I'll be back in a bit. Right, back. Sorry about the lack of preparedness for the video, but I have washed the sprues now, and so we're all good to go. Right, so what we're going to do is make a start on the cockpit. That's all ready to be. Right, that is now being. Okay, that's all good to go. Sorry, I was just blowing out the last bit of water. Right, now we want to go and put the these are the pilots. These are the pilot seats we're putting in now. Well, the ejector seats, as people would say. Right. So we've just got to do a bit of dry fitting. There we go. And so what we can do now, sorry, still got a few bits of water that won't come out of the bits where out of the places where I want them to be. Right. And there we go. The first stage of a new build is on its way. tell you what, I'll just put a bit in behind there too. Okay, and that is now ready to be primed and painted along with the insides of the fuselage. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we now need to go and get the fuselage off, and you can see it's all been primed and painted, so we need to go and get the So I'm just going to move the camera for just a tiny bit. There, right. Okay, right, now we need to go and file away some of the leading edges of the because that's where we've got paint, and we need to have somewhere where we can actually right now the cockpit should be dry. So that's all right. So now we can put some glue on that edge there. Now I'm going to get my masking tape ready because we're going to need that for the next bit. Two strips of masking tape should do. There, that's looking pretty good. Okay, well, that hasn't come away, so I don't know why that is, but so what we're going to do now is we're going to put that right, that's now glued together. So what we can now do is start to file away all the little bits of extra plastic . So there we go. Right. So that is the fuselage all put together. Right. So. Okay. And we'll just use a bit of masking tape just to go on. Just to hold that in. Just to hold that in place. Okay. So there we go. Leave that to. So we'll leave that to do its job. Okay. Okay, we want parts B6 and B7 because we're now going to stick on the engineering takes. There we go. Right. Okay, now, so that's all done. That's how it goes, right. And I've got a funny feeling that one goes in. That goes there, right. That one goes in there, right. Right, that should have done its job now. Okay, so that's out of the way. Now we can put on the other engine air intake. Okay, right, getting there gradually. Right, that's all done. And that is the engine air intakes on. Okay, we're gonna do the tail fins. That one we'll part B10, which I think is that one there. This one here. and that goes in there like so. All right. And now we want to do the same with the other one, which so what we'll do is there we go. Right. So that's the tail fins on. So let's go and get the wings on now, shall we? And then we'll call it a day. So what we want is parts B4 and B3. Okay, there we go, that's that one. Now let's have a look and see how well this goes. That's how the wings go, right. Okay, right. That's how it should look. Okay, right. Okay, so there we go. Let's see if we can try and get the wheel wells on, because we are not going to have wheels down. So we want part C18, C11. So we go back to this frame here. Okay, so that's what we want there, and this one here as well. So there's one in a minute. But what we'll do is I'll get we need to get some of this paint off, because okay, there we go. Now it's beginning to look a bit like a Hawk now already. Okay, so there we go. Right, let's get the wheel wells on, and then we'll call it a day. Because we are going to go to 2 videos on this series. Okay, let's see if does that go in. That goes in there like so. Well, that seems to have just gone in like so. So okay, well, it won't come out, so maybe I'll try and get one of me. I want to make sure it stays glued in. Knew this would come in handy today. Right, let's see if we can try and dig it out with. Yeah, there we go. Right. And nearly lost my balance there. All right. Knew these were coming handy as well. Right. Well, that's now glued in properly. Right. Now let's get the oh, I forgot to go and file down. So hopefully that will go in now. Oh, that's snapped in now, so there we go, look at that. Look at that, got so much done in one video. Okay, so what we'll do, I'll leave it there for today because we've got a lot on. Okay, no, I'll tell you what, I'll be back in a bit because what we can do is we can put the stand together as well. Okay, so I'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're going to put the stand together now as well, and we'll call it, definitely will call it a day after that, I think. Okay, just make sure that we... There we go. And that is the stand all put. Hopefully when it's all finished it will look something it should look something a bit like it should look something a bit like that. If I just turn it up like that, and then it should look something like that, and then it look great. Okay, so that's the stand all done. Right, I'll be back in a bit. Well guys, that's it for this episode, and we've done a lot today. We got the we got basically everything all done that I wanted to do, getting the aircraft all built, and also got the stand all done, and it should look, if I could just put this on, it should look something like that when it's all finished. Yeah, so there we go. Anyway, that's all done. Now I know that some of you have asked for a review of the Christmas tree, so here it is. Okay, I know can't get the angel quite in shots, but that will have to do, unfortunately. So looking quite festive in the Stevie Boy London household at the moment. So we've still got a little bit to do around here, but there you go. Right, in part 2, okay, we'll be getting finishing off the Hawk. We'll put the pilots in hopefully, and we'll get them all painted, and we'll get the aircraft all painted up as well, and so on and so forth, and then we'll get the decals on as well. So there we go. Right. So in the meantime, guys, if you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Why don't you? And also like, comment, subscribe, and share the videos as well, please, because now in excess of about 570. Sorry, I'll just go and get my phone a minute. I'll just go and get my now in excess of 570 570 odd subscribers. There you go, 577 to be honest, to be precise. And yeah, so 577. So if you can get me up to about 580, that'd be great. So there you go, guys. I'll see you for part 2 on Wednesday. So in the meantime, have a good one. Bye for now.